Good afternoon, guys. I thought I would bring you along with me today while I share a few tips. If you've seen some of my last videos, I've mentioned how I want to start incorporating more health and wellness and fitness related videos here on my channel. So I thought we would start off today with my 3 go-to healthy eating tips, as well as some advice on how to maintain your goals throughout the year. I'm just finishing up a snack. Sean and I are about to go on a run. The weather here has warmed up a ton and it's got me pumped to get outside. But before we go, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my first 2 healthy eating tips. And the first one is to not have junk food in your house. If you're trying to avoid junk food, then why are you hanging on to it? Just throw it out, get it out of your house. You don't need it. Otherwise, those salty chips and that abundance of ice cream that you have in your freezer is gonna start calling your name one of those days when you're struggling and just don't have the motivation, and it's gonna get the best of you. So I suggest you just get rid of it now while you still can. My second tip for you guys is to have healthy snacks on hand. So first you're gonna get rid of all the junk food, but then you're gonna bring in all those healthy snacks for you to have on hand. And I highly suggest you have fresh fruits and veggies. I absolutely love to snack on these throughout the day, but the key with these is to prep them beforehand. That way they're ready to go when you want them. And then also I love to have dried fruit and nut mix. That's always handy, especially if you're needing something to take on the go, if you're headed out the door. And then third, I love toasted muesli. It's so good and it's such a great topping to add if you're having a smoothie bowl or maybe some yogurt. But then also, like the fruit and nut mix, it's great to take with you if you're on the go. Having healthy snacks on hand is going to be critical if you're trying to avoid that junk food. Having something easy and quick that's also healthy will really help you to maintain that healthy eating that you're wanting to. Real quick before we head out the door, I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's totally random, but I thought it would be a good tip for anybody that's new to working out or doesn't work out very often. But I typically don't wear makeup at all if I'm going on a run or if I'm just exercising. And that's because I tend to sweat a lot and my pores need to breathe when I'm working out. You know, they need that oxygen. And if I'm wearing makeup, they can't do that. And it tends to make me break out when I wear makeup while I'm working out, so I just try to avoid it at all costs. So I thought that would be a good tip for all of you that are new to working out, or maybe you don't work out very often and you didn't know that, but I try not to wear makeup while I am working out. Quick run. Sean and I have not ran very often in a while. We tend to not like treadmills during the winter, so we usually just run outside when it's warmer out. But as for some advice for maintaining goals, my #1 tip for you guys is to write them down and to track them. Now, when it comes to tracking your goals, you're gonna want to set a goal that is measurable. So for example, if you are wanting to drink more water, don't make it your goal to just drink more water. Make it your goal to say you're gonna drink 3 liters of water in a day, because that's measurable, because you can track how much water you drink in a day. And my tip for that, when you write it down and you figure out what your goal is to make some kind of chart or graph so you can track it. So that way you can look back over the week or over the month to see how many days you hit your goal, and seeing that progress can really help you to keep up the motivation to continue your goal throughout your year, and so you ultimately achieve it.
Playing it?
No, I'm recording her feet. Alright you guys, it's a little bit later now. I've cleaned up after our run and Sean and I are about to head out and do some errands, but I'm sat here and I'm working on our meal plan and our grocery list for this upcoming week, and that kind of leads me into my third healthy eating tip. And this is really important if you're the type of person that starts to gravitate towards easy junk food meals when you don't have a lot of time or you're feeling kind of unmotivated and lazy. So my tip with this is to sit down once a week, maybe even twice a week, and plan out your meals for the whole week or the half week, depending on when you sit down and how often. And the thing behind this is you can do it one of two ways. So let's say you're the type of person that likes to kind of ebb and flow and you don't like a lot of structure. What you can do is write down meals and ideas and entrees for everything that you're doing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner throughout the week. And then you don't have to assign a certain day to those things, but you have enough meals planned that you aren't going to be sitting around thinking, oh, what should I have? Like, you already have a list of ideas that you can go off and you already have the ingredients for everything. Now, the other way is if you are the type of person that likes structure like me. I like to have things kind of organized really well, and that is to assign each meal to a specific day, whether it's Monday, Thursday, whatever. And then you already have a meal planned out for each day of the week and for each meal. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You already have your breakfast plan, lunch, and dinner. And then you can also plan your snacks with this as well. So like I said, there's two different ways. And then all you really need is just like a piece of paper and pen. You don't need to do anything fancy. I personally like using the Erin Condren Petite Planner. It's their meal planner. It kind of outlines different sections. Let me find a blank page. So it's got a spot where you can outline all of the meals, and then it also has a page where you can write your grocery list. So I like that because then everything's all in one spot, and it helps me to write my grocery list with my meals right there. But that is my third tip for you guys, is to meal plan. Not only is it going to save you the headache of thinking of what to eat, but it also actually saves you money because you aren't going to be buying random stuff and stuff you don't necessarily need. And kind of another tip with that is to go ahead and place your grocery order online and then go and pick it up at the grocery store. Walmart has free pickup if you spend over $30. So all you have to do is order your groceries online and then schedule a time to go pick them up, and it's super easy, and it's the best thing if you have a super busy schedule. So I always like to do that. Plus it stops me from roaming around the grocery store thinking, ooh, this looks really good, let's get this, and kind of grabbing things that I don't necessarily need. So that's another tip for you guys. So that is my third and final healthy eating tip for you guys. I do have one more piece of advice as far as maintaining motivation for your goals, and that is to work towards a reward. A lot of times the goal itself might not motivate you. So let's say your goal is to work out 3 times a week. That goal in itself might not necessarily motivate you to do it. So what you can do is say, if I work out 3 times a week, over the next 4 weeks, I'll go get myself a new water bottle or a new yoga top, and have that reward that you're working towards, and that will help motivate you to work towards your goal. A lot of times the goals that we set, whether it's drinking more water or working out more often, aren't necessarily enough to motivate us to do them. We know in the end that we're doing something that's healthier for ourselves, but for some reason it just doesn't motivate us. So if there's something that you can find that will motivate you and reward you once you've completed that mini goal that you've set, then that's really a good way to keep yourself working towards your goals, and I highly recommend it. Alright guys, so those are my 3 healthy eating tips for you guys, as well as a little bit of motivation when it comes to maintaining your goals. If you liked this type of video, let me know down in the comments, and then also make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe because it helps my channel out a ton. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!